for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts, and today I'm going to be making my own Halloween toxic zombie static prop. With the Halloween season fastly approaching, I wanted to make my own Halloween prop because I've never done that in my life. I love Halloween and I love buying props, but I've never decided to make my own. So today I found an old prop that I had in the closet that I haven't been using, and I decided I wanted to paint it and make it into my own prop. So today I'm going to be turning my old, zombie slash clown prop into a toxic, hazardous zombie prop. So let's get right into it. So as you can see, I am now on my phone footage and we are going to start painting. So as you can see, I have this guy right here, this kind of styrofoam hanging clown who's only half a body. You can hang him on your wall, he has posable arms, you just see he's pretty just styrofoam and a whole bunch of cloth, right? So I don't really want to use him anymore, and I decided I'm going to convert him into a toxic clown prop. So I'm going to show you how you can do it, and I'm going to do a time lapse of me converting this guy. So, without further ado, I'm going to start painting the bones and start converting them into toxic, hazardous bones. So, let's get right into it. So, as you can see, I've created the kind of slimish bone, like slime toxic bone effect that I wanted to create. I just painted over that white bone styrofoam with green paint there. And now, as you can see, the only thing, I gotta do the head and everything. But next thing I want to do, I want to rip off these ugly pieces of clown clothing that are on top of him because it covers up the bones and you can't see them. So I'm going to tear off those ugly pieces of clothing, and then we can get back to painting and we can paint the head. So as you can see, I have now torn off most of the little ugly material that was hanging around his neck, so now you can see more of the bones and the head more easily. So next up, I am going to start painting the teeth on this guy, and then after that, we're probably going to do another coat on the bones just to give a more green effect. So let's get to painting the teeth. So I just finished painting the mouth and teeth area. So as you can see now, I have created the effect of kind of rotting, hazardous, weird gooey teeth. And then we have that green kind of texture around the mouth there. I still have to paint the above, the eyes, and the head and everywhere. But then you see it matches very nicely with the bones. So it looks nice. I'm really happy with how the teeth came out. But next step, I'm going to paint the head and eyes. So let's get right into that. So as you can see, I just finished painting the head there, the front of the head, and the eyes still need to be painted. I'm going to go get some more paint that is more, like you can see it better, so that the green looks more toxic and glows more. So I'm going to go get more paint, and then I'm going to probably paint over the bones again and paint over the head again. So let me go get that more green paint, and then we will begin painting once again. So as you can see, I've gotten some better paint here, some more paint that you can actually see better. So we have yellow and green. This should create the effect of a kind of radioactive color. So let's get painting. Alright, so as you can see, that new paint definitely worked a lot better. Now you can see the green a lot more easily, and it's more vibrant. It actually looks like the bones are kind of like slime or a hazardous material, and they're glowing. Now all I need to do is go over the face again with that better paint, and then paint on the eyes, and then the head will be done. And then we're going to go into more detail. But as you can see, the body is done. All I'm going to do is add some yellow to that, probably in a little bit, to make a more yellowish green effect. But for now, let's go to paint the head. Alright, so I have finished painting the head and teeth area again with another coat. So as you can see, again, that looks a lot better. It matches with the bones now of a kind of radiant green color. So next up, I'm going to add some shades of yellow in there to make a more radioactive color. So let's get right into it. So I've added shades of yellow, as you can see, to the bones there. It adds more texture. It also makes the color look more radioactive. So now he has like a kind of radioactive slime-looking rib cage. And then I'm going to do the same kind of yellow texture to the head. So let's get into it. So as you can see, I just finished painting the head with those yellow shades of green. That looks really cool. He is starting to have a radioactive kind of clown laboratory feel to him. Next up, I'm going to paint the blue colored eyes and then the LED bulbs. So let's get to that. Okay, so as you can see, now the head has more shades of yellow and green, and it is starting to look like a radioactive color, matching with the bones here. I'm probably going to do a little more touch-ups around the lips and everything, and around the teeth. And then I'm going to color some of the hair there. I'm going to try and get some things. I think I'm going to add some detail, of course, to the bones there, and then I'm going to add fake blood drops on him, so that'll be next. But for now, I'm going to add some just little touch-ups, and then we'll add the blood. Okay, so this is the current product right here. This is what we have so far. I'm actually thinking I'm going to take the hair off of this guy, just because the orange doesn't really match with it, so I think I'm going to rip the hair off of him and then just keep him as that. So we're going to rip the hair off, and then I'm going to probably have to wait for it to dry so that we can add the fake blood, but for now, let's rip off the hair. So as you can see, I have added the blood droplets all over this guy. So now he looks kind of like a radioactive kind of zombie with blood all over him. So as you can see, I got it on his little white jacket here. It's all over his face, and it's all over the bones here. So I wanted to try and make him fog compatible by like putting a fog tube into the back of his head, but I'm not sure if I can do that or not. I'm gonna probably try it. I want to put some indents into his brain here and then kind of paint red so it looks like his brain. So that's probably what I'm going to do next. So let's do it. So a little bit of an update. As you can see, I did add a little bit of a brain indent up on his head here. Now it looks like you can actually see his brain, like something hit him in the head. You can see his brain right there. I think I'm going to do the same just because I like how it came out. I think I'm going to do the same on his rib cage here because I really like how that looks. So you can actually see his brain there. So it's a pretty cool thing coming so far. I really like how it's turned out so far. So now I'm going to do the chest area and do the same thing. So let's do it. Here is an update what we have. So as you can see, I did add an indent to the rib cage here that matches the one on the head. I'm probably just going to add a little bit of blood to his white outfit that he's wearing. And then I'm going to let him dry and try and do the smoke compatibility thing. But right now I'm going to add the blood. So let's do that. Alright, so here's an update on the zombie clown, whatever you want to call it. So as you can see, the head, I think, is completely done. I added that blood to the outfit he's wearing, and then the blood on the rib cage, and the indent on the rib cage. I think I'm going to do 2 parts of this video, just for the reason it's going to be really long. So that's going to end part 1 of me constructing my homemade zombie prop. So let's cut to the outro. So it's going to wrap up part 1 of my building a zombie prop video. Let me know by writing a comment down below, have you ever made your own homemade prop? And also let me know, how do you like mine so far? Tell me if I'm doing good, if I'm not. Again, this is just my first one, so I'm not experienced at all, but I just thought it'd be kind of fun, so I decided to. As always, remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and hit that notification bell and get a notification right when I drop part 2 of this video, so you'll get a notification right when part 2 comes out. That'll be very soon. And remember, as always, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. I'll see you guys later for more Halloween 2020 news and updates. Goodbye.